Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 23rd of July 2025. So even Zero Hedge couldn't resist using the passing of the legend that was and is Ozzy Osbourne yesterday and analogizing some of his songs and also his reputation into their headline. So momentum stocks were massacred, meme stocks melt up, bonds, bullion and Bitcoin surge. And despite muted activity in the index level, it was a bloodbath in paradise. Play there, and for momentum traders riding the crazy train, one of his hits there as well. So I think that's a nice tribute there to Ozzy Osbourne. And more mundane headlines. US stocks were ultimately mixed, focusing on earnings and trade updates amid light catalyst news there. And also large cap weakness leads Nasdaq lower as earnings season gets into full swing. The only thing moving the market around at the moment is the season earnings and also obviously speculation of tariff changes, etc. So economic news today, existing home sales, that's all we've got on the normal, as you would say, economic news items. So let's have a look at the markets, which continue to make all-time highs, and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see there, still green last 4 days and moving to the upside there. The gun sight's obviously still looking at 45,077 as the all-time high and the target to get to. Yesterday, just a one-way bet when the cash markets opened, despite the momentum traders getting hammered. As you say, the meme stocks moving prices to the upside there and heading in that direction of managing to achieve a new all-time high. The insanity and madness continues unabated. Let's have a look at the German DAX. And the German DAX down yesterday, but up on the overnight there. It too wanting to get back to those all-time highs as well. We can see there that we've got a bit of a downtrend there, just needs to be taken out to head back to the 24,644. Meanwhile, in the 30-minute chart, we did see the markets move up initially and then move down sharply, but just look at this spike to the downside. The market comes back up, huge volume, momentum switching, and then the market moving and playing catch up overnight as well, going through yesterday's high with no problems whatsoever there. In the S&P, the market sideways to higher, heading back towards the all-time high there as well. Let's just have a look, see what we're looking at. 6336, which we looked at yesterday. So the market moving higher there. Momentum there as well. Shakeout to begin with. It's as if there's a pattern that we had a few months ago where we see the market sell off immediately in the cash market. If they use the futures to bring the prices up and then sell straight into this with the cash market, get rid of those shares. And then the same with the UK FT 100 making a new all-time high despite an absolute farrago of a government. Be polite. They're 9,072. 10,000 is where it's going to, I suspect. I don't know how long that will take. It does seem to be a bit sluggish, obviously, because it's only got 100 shares, but it's still heading in that direction. And then yesterday, you can see this, the market up, pulling back to the 50 EMA and then moving to the upside there. So let's have a look at the US dollar for yesterday. And once again, we're seeing the US dollar being marked to the downside. I'm surprised by this because I thought this would have happened after the tariffs come into play on the 1st of August. That's if they do come into play, of course. But finding a bit of support there overnight, but impacting well on the metals yesterday, as it said in the headlines, bullion moving to the upside. So let's have a look at those. Well, kicking off with silver, we've made another high overnight, $39.36, heading towards $40 per ounce, which would never have dreamed of this time last year, to be honest with you. The market certainly moving up. Let's just have a look, see where we were this time last year in the gold market. So silver, I should say. August last year, we were around $27 an ounce. and now we're heading up to 40. As I keep mentioning, I won't be happy until this market gets above $50 an ounce, the all-time high of 2011 and 1980. So we've got a long way to go yet. A long way to go, not necessarily in price, but certainly without being hammered back to the downside to be convinced that this market's going to maintain this upward trajectory that it's currently in. So yesterday they couldn't resist the slam there, could they? You see, as soon as the LBMA priced up, smacked down. Fortunately, there was traders on the sideline to buy back. We need to take out yesterday's high, which we already have done, I note, overnight. So we just got to move back up there. But $50 is the crucial target for this market. Meanwhile, gold also heading back to the upside there at 3499 as the all-time high, $3,500. Be way beyond that by Christmas, with I suspect any black swan event that's going to turn up in between now and then. There's just a sense that nothing's quite what it seems. There's something very strange and gut feeling, call it what you want, about what we're seeing going on at the moment at these lofty levels for all of these stock markets, and whether they can be maintained. We'll just have to wait and see. But there's unless, like I say, a black swan event, at the moment they can manipulate and continue to move prices to the upside as they deem fit. So we'll see. But 30-minute gold straight off the yesterday afternoon, as soon as the cash markets in the Dow opened, the market moved higher, heading back towards the DP and the 50 EMA there at the moment in the 30-minute chart. Quick look at the gold-silver ratio. So in the gold-silver ratio, we're still trying to move down. It needs to take out the low of this bar here, which was on the 14th of July. Market heading back down towards that level there. Just a matter of whether it can take it out or not. We'll just have to wait and see. But at the moment, it's heading back in the right direction, which means that the silver price should continue to move to the upside at the moment. Right, and quickly a last look at yesterday's 2-minute German DAX. So a choppy pre-market session for the German DAX. Again, we're in August, and the morning trades can alter significantly as traders have holes, go on vacation, etc. So we kick off with the market spiking to the upside. Then we had a potential sell signal which traded down just below the scalp, retracement of this around 62%, and then the market sideways, trying to move back to the upside, and then a second potential sell signal there, which wasn't filled, and then the market stuck in a sideways range. You can expect more of this over the next couple of weeks, but then prices trading down to the low. They try to find support, and then they say, no, sorry, we're going lower. So prices then move lower and then fight back to get to the low, which you can see there with two potential signals. And the price is then moving sideways and then slamming down. The 50 EMA causing the market some grief, and then the low taken out. Again, this is indicative of what's happening at the moment. We're getting volatile phases followed by sideways moves then as well, which you can see there, and then eventually drifting down before 10 a.m. Resuming the downtrend, but certainly some resistance at that 50 EMA, and you can see the one solitary red cell bar there as well. So then we make our way through and then into the S3 level, which the market would like to reverse from, which you'll see there. And the market then moving back to the upside before the US market opened, and Powell speaking, of course, yesterday. And prices are then moving to the downside once more. And below the S3, which you'll see there, but again, the market wanting to get back to this level because it's overstretched, and prices are then becoming sideways and trying to hold there. And then they do hold because we're taken out on the short side, and then the long side, the market is once again filled, trying to bounce off that S3 and hold above that, as you can see there as it goes into the evening. Again, bouncing off, An interesting level, the S3 level, as I mentioned many times before, as we see their prices moving back off that level. Right, let's have a quick look at what we're doing overnight, and you can see there the market is currently above yesterday's high and trying to hold there. There's not a lot else to report about that. As I say, it's desperate to get back to that all-time high, and at the moment it's looking quite comfortable for today. We're above the 200 MA, the 50 EMA, and the 20, but not above the 5. Not above the 5 or the 20, actually, just looking at that zoomed in there. So above the high, market needs to hold above the high in order to move higher. Failure to do that will see the market head back down towards the DP level, which you'll find is quite a way, and also the 200 MA there as well. Right, let's see what today brings and how things unfold, and whether there's going to be any sort of black swan event or not, who knows. But with that, have a good day. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.